Hello, I'm Giselle Gamby, host of the Intuitive Pull podcast and business and life coach. My coaching business has consistently brought in $500,000 in revenue for the past 10 years, not from any external strategy, but from being the intuitive entrepreneur. Having worked strategy first, as most people do, with little results, I know that authenticity is profitable, and the deeper you go, the greater your wealth always. And so this podcast is here for you if you desire more, deserve more, and are called into more in relation to your wellness and purpose, business and career, finances, relationships, and health. If you're stuck, feel like you've lost your mojo, and equally if you're doing really well, but you know that you and your life could be so much bigger, so much more purposeful, and so much more impactful. Join myself and my guests as we explore 2024's theme, Untapped Abundance. I love creating ripples, and so here's to creating even more ripples this year for this wonderful intuitive pull community. Well, this is an interview that's been cooking for a while. I'd like to introduce Anick Patry. Anick, I met years ago in another mentoring group. I mean, many years ago, probably 12 or 13 years ago, 14 years ago, something like that. And we've been planning on doing this interview for some time, and it was booked in the diary. And this morning when I woke up, I just knew it was the right time. So thank you so much. I know this is going to be a really generous interview from you. So thank you so much for being with us, Anick.
Oh, Giselle, it's such a pleasure. Yeah, it's so good to be here with you. And yeah, the first time I met you, I was like, oh, this woman, she's incredible. She's just such a big golden heart, and she's just emanates so much love and authenticity. And yeah, it's an honor to be with you here today.
Thank
Really,
you.
a
Thank you.
big
Thank
joy.
you. Thank you. So I just want to do this bit to start with so that people can go, oh, that's what Anick does in the world. And then I want to get into the more juicy things that allow you to do what you do in the world. So how would you describe what it is that you do?
Okay. Oh dear.
Don't you hate that question? I hate that question.
Okay,
Sorry to ask you.
I wear a few hats, I guess. Just before we started the recording of this interview here, we opened up the portal of like giving myself permission.
Mm.
It's really like giving myself permission to wear many hats because I'm a creative, I'm an empath, I'm an intuitive. This is crystal clear. So that's my authentic self, creative, intuitive, and empathic, very sensitive. So that is the human flesh, the human suit that I chose to incarnate in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And there's three things that I really, really, really love in this human experience because it can be very challenging. So I might take a bit of detours, but I'll take you where we need to go. There's three things that I'm really, really passionate about is people. I love the human. I love connecting with people. I love people. I love nature. I'm a fan. You can see I'm in the jungle here. A little grasshopper or potted butterfly jumping. And I love nature. I'm a fan. I find it the most healing. We are nature. We are connected. I can hear the whisper of the trees talking to me. I love the ocean. It's one of the reasons I moved from Canada to Australia to live in the tropics and be outdoors, and just swimming is such a medicine for me in the sea. And the third thing I really love is singing music. I love, 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 love music. So these are the three things that are really important to me. And being this creative, empath, intuitive person that I am, my work is I do some voice work, some sound healing, and some voice like activating, aligning, alchemizing the voice. So I do some voice work, and I do some mentoring work with heart-centered entrepreneur, with people who are on a mission, with people who are on a spiritual path, with people who have, they awaken, but we all have a little person inside of us who have a tendency to want to keep us safe and small. And so we all have her. She's there for life, and we have to dance with her. We have to learn to, have a dance and bring her in the plane, in the rocket with us for an adventure in this big playground. So you have exquisite mentoring programs and voice session and soul business transmissions, and I work in French online. I've got clients in Europe, and I love that, and in Quebec, in Canada. And I've just been reconnecting a bit more lately around that. I've got a French group on Facebook, and my YouTube channel is bilingual. And I work in Australia in person, in English, in festivals and events. I do voice activations there, and I love that too. And I do the one-on-one coaching, mentoring as well. So it's it's a big banquet.
I love it. I love it. Look, I just got off the phone with my dear friend and hero partner, Charbel Zeta, and he said he used to try and fit himself into like one category of one of the expressions of him, because that's what people would say to him, like, no, 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 you can't be this multi, you need to be this one. And he used, which is not how he's showing up now, and he used this awesome expression that I've never heard before, and it's here for you. He said, I'm a multi-potentialite.
Oh,
A
wow.
multi-potentialite. And actually he actually went and Googled it. It's a real word. It's a
I
real word.
love
Isn't it
that.
awesome? Multi-potentialite. I love that.
Oh my gosh, she's a creative for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yes, rather than, having this minimal viable product just to make people, just so that you can get a quick win and make it easy for people to understand this minimal viable product. No, he's a multi-potentialite, just like you. So before we got on the recording and I asked you, how are you? You said to me, I'm really, really, really good. I've never felt more comfortable in my skin.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
So how did you get there? How did you arrive in a place, which is somewhere that I think most people would just love? I'd love to be so comfortable in my own skin. How did
Hmm.
you get here?
Hmm. Hmm. Oh wow. Yeah, look, I mean, because I've experienced the polarity, the two extremes. I've experienced feeling really bad in my own skin. Feeling like really I had the desire of not wanting to be here. Like I found it really challenging to be in this human flesh and to human suit and to have all these really intense emotions. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm intense to start with. I'm an intense, passionate woman. But I mean, it's the story that, the story in the nervous system. My nervous system was wired in a way that I really didn't feel safe. And I didn't feel I had a voice. Funnily enough, we teach what we need to learn because I do voice work and I love that so much. You know what I mean? I love talking. I'm a big talker and I love singing. And now I just decided to combine this passion of mine and transmitting wisdom, transmitting joy, transmitting powerful tools. Like I see through I see through people. Like I really see where they sabotage and limit themselves, and I see their potential. So that's a gift. But for me, yeah, in my human suit, I had a lot of fears. I had massive fears of taking space, of expressing my truth, of being myself. Really big fears. And how did I get to a place where I feel good in my own skin? It's through, I guess, through choosing what I love and re-choosing and choosing again. And yeah, doing the things I love heal me and free me. You know, now I just do things I love. I dance, I do ecstatic dance, I go to the beach, I hang out with conscious people only, like people that I feel, connected to. I choose who I work with. I sing kirtan. I go to amazing retreats. I organize retreat. I've got a business partner. We do amazing retreat for women in business and leadership, like incredible creative retreats. They're just mind blowing. So I do things I love, and by the more I do things I love, and I choose my heart, that's what makes me feel good. You know. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Now I want to go backwards, and can't remember when this was, Anick. But when you got really sick, were you in Bali? Was it in Bali that you were really
Oh
sick?
my
When was
gosh.
that? And
Yeah.
can what happened, and what was that about in ultimately? Did you ever feel what the sacred purpose of that was?
Well, yeah, I'm going to be really transparent with you
Yeah.
because I've written a book about it, like a story in a multi-authored book that became a
Yes.
best-selling author, international best-selling authors in that. Since I've written that book, my family don't talk to me anymore, which is really
Oh,
sad.
wow.
Yeah, that's really sad because and I've been really, really gentle and like soft around it. I could have been a lot more hardcore, but what happened is in 2017 now, we're in 24 now, in
Oh, that's gone
2017,
fast. That
yeah,
was when
that's,
you were sick.
yeah.
That's crazy. Far out,
I
that's
know.
gone quickly.
I know. It feels like yesterday, but yeah.
Mm.
So I wanted to reconnect with I've got only one sister. She's 5 years younger than me. She lives in Quebec in Canada with her family. She's got two beautiful children now. They're like, children. My niece 25, my nephew is 16, I think. Uh, 17. So anyways, so I wanted to reconnect with them, but I had a lot of fear around reconnecting with family. It was bringing a lot of fear for me, but my heart wanted that. So sometimes your heart wants some things, you got to face the fear and move through them, move through the fears. I still face them, and we still face them every time I want to grow or there's something, I receive an intuitive nugget. So at the time I went to the gynecologist. The doctor said I had really big fibroids in my uterus, like they were big, like a grapefruit.
Hmm.
I had a few of them, and my tummy was really swollen, and I was losing weight a bit, and I started to be anemic. I started to really, my physical body was just talking to me like something was off, and I was terrified of that. I didn't really want to look at it. And I was really good at denying, because, that's how I've been programmed. In my family, there was a lot of denial. We put all the shit under the carpet and we just show a pretty face. And so I didn't want to really look at it, and I was starting to feel something is really off. So, anyways, I had my ticket to go to Bali, meeting my sister and her family there. I was really excited, but I was at the same time really terrified, and my health was just going down the hill. And they wanted to do a surgery. They wanted to, like take these fibroids out, and I said, listen, I'm going to Bali. I've got to go to Bali. Anyway, I went to Bali, and that was not a good choice because there was an abscess in one of the fibroid. It exploded. It exploded while I was in Bali, and I ended up being in an ambulance and in a hospital, and I had tubes everywhere, and my tummy became like huge, like if I was like 9 months pregnant. It was just a nightmare. My tummy got infected, my whole inside of it was just a nightmare.
Mm.
And they wanted to do a surgery in Bali for $250,000 there, Australian. And it was just like I was in terror. I was in real terror. I lost 20 kilos in 4 days, 20 kilos. I became like a skin and bones, like a skeleton. I look like a 95 years old lady. So I thought, I'm out of here. Like, you know what I mean? It's too much. I'm out of here. I didn't want to be there. It's just too much. So, I wanted to go. And I did go. I did leave my body. I had a near-death experience. And then I connected with the energy of Mother Mary, with that frequency. I've always prayed. I've always been very, very spiritual. Like I always live with, praying and asking for help and asking for guidance. And she said, listen, you're not finished. You're not done. I can't take you right now with me in my arms, but I'll be there to support you. And so I'm not dead. But I wanted to go. It was just too much. It was just, it was too much out of the sudden, to lose your health like that in such a traumatic, terrifying way and very quickly. Um, yeah, it was big. It was really, really big. And bits by bits, I mean, if I'm really honest with you, like Giselle, when I look back of what happened, and I don't have family, I don't have kids, I don't have family yet. I'm still dreaming of having a family, which is fine, which is totally okay. I've got a great community. I've got amazing friends, but what happened for me is like I became a little child again. I couldn't walk. I couldn't I couldn't do anything, I was in bed and I needed support. I needed help. And it was something that was a bit difficult for me to reach out and ask help. So I started to ask for help. People would come and, cook me food, meals. They
You're
would
back in Australia now?
yeah, it was, oh yeah, sorry, I
Yeah.
skipped that bit.
Yeah.
I take it for granted. Yeah, so anyway, I got back to Australia because I didn't get the surgery. I didn't want to have the surgery. I said, unless I'm gonna really die, I prefer to be with my friends at home. And so I asked the doctor if he would give me, permission to take a plane. So I took a little while and they finally give me permission. I got to see my family. They were completely traumatized seeing me in the shape that I was. It was very challenging for them. And so I was out of hospital. I went back to hospital anyways in Bali. I ended up coming back home, and one of my closest friends took me to the hospital at the Randwick Hospital for Women, the hospital for women here near 5 minutes from where I live. And then they put me on morphines and they say, listen, we really have to open you up and see what's there because it just doesn't feel right at all. And I had a big surgery and I had exquisite support. The nurses, the doctors, the surgeon, they were angels. I swear to God, they were angels. I just fell in love with them so much. Like I had only two challenging experiences with the professional staff, but other than that, I had like a really beautiful people looking after me, and they never seen something like that. There was pus everywhere, and I had a tube with a pouch, and there was like it looked like sperm, like peach creamy shit coming out of my. That was really disgusting. I had this tube in my tummy for like 6 weeks, and it just got infected after the surgery, and it went on forever. And my community showed up, like really my friends showed up. They created a group on Facebook to, like
Mm.
have, because they knew I didn't have any family. I had like professional cares coming at home and nurses coming at home. After 1 month in the hospital, I had 2 weeks of support. And it took me about a year to go back to normal, but I received so much love and compassion and support. And I'm like, all these people, they're a reflection of me. They are me. I created this incredible community in my life to show me how much I'm loved. And this is who I am, this compassionate being, this loving person. And I kind of unconsciously or subconsciously needed to have this experience to really realize that I am loved and I am love and I am lovable and I am safe and I am supported. It's kind of if my soul give me this experience to really realize that I'm not alone and I'm loved and supported, which I didn't believe that, I didn't have that belief. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry talking about it. I just take me
Mm.
back in a
Mm.
deep place. It's very vulnerable,
Mm.
but I didn't feel that I was worthy of love.
Mm.
Oof.
Feeling it too. I've got shivers everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't talked about it for a while because yeah, I kind of moved on from that experience. But so yeah, that little being inside of me just needed to knew I needed to know that I was loved and I mattered. I mattered, and but you don't need to suffer that much to know these things.
You've got the lesson now. You don't have to do that again.
Oh no,
You're
no.
done.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, this is terrible, poor little sweetheart. Like I have a lot of compassion for my little ones and
Yeah.
for everyone little ones
Yeah.
because to be loved, to be seen, we do anything to be loved, it's just
Yeah.
but yeah, look, it's and also I felt like there was the trauma of my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmothers, like all these traumas moving through my body. Like
Uh-huh.
they were not even mine.
Uh-huh.
They weren't even mine. I felt like their voices needed to come through my body because break the cycle. I break a big cycle of the lineage saying no more, no more suffering, no more dwelling into, you
Mm,
know, drama land. I'm not
mm,
interested. I'm breaking that cycle.
mm,
But when you're the cycle breaker, sometimes you face
mm.
challenges,
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I
Hmm.
get how vulnerable that was. Yeah, because my body, as I said, was goosebumping everywhere. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Hmm.
What did that set up for you after that? That must have not only was it a massive internal remedy, not only for you, but for your lineage. What did it then set up later on?
Well, it inspired me to write the story, a beautiful story I've written in the book Visionary. My story is called Liberate Your Heart and Activate Your Inner Healer. So that was very liberating for me to voice that and be seen in that. So that opened up that portal of, connecting with this writing, this piece of writing that I wanted to come through and communicating that with the world, and that inspired a lot of people, that touched and moved a lot of people, and it helped me to process the whole experience. It showed me that, yeah, if I'm not done, I made the choice when I started to get better that if I choose to live, I would be in my body. I would really anchor myself in the earth, and I would choose to be the creator that I am. I would choose to be happy. I would choose to, I made the decision that I would be a happy woman doing things that I love, and I would choose joy. I would choose to embody that creatrix, that power, that badass, that sovereign being. I would choose that before I die again. Or before I really, I'm no longer in an unique Anick suit. I would choose to transmit my heart, my joy, my wisdom, my tools, and to empower myself and others. And making that decision every day, I choose to say yes. I say yes to life. I say yes to be happy. I say yes to money. I say yes to happiness. You know what I mean? Every morning it's a song. There's a song to be that I need to share, that I need to express, and that I choose to. Yeah, it's constantly choosing, and it opened up a lot of my heart, cracked me open. It cracked my heart open because I was not always able to access the wisdom of my heart and the the essence that I am, the power of my soul. In my nervous system, where there was a lot of, I was accessing it a little bit, but since then it's just I access it. I have the tools, I know the right question to ask, I know how to take care of myself. Like self-care is my priority number one. I feel like I talk a lot. I think there's so much to say, but like self-care is really number one. So I go for massage every week. I do yoga five times a week. I mean, self-care is a big component of my well-being and of helping me choosing my heart and of helping me to be at service in the highest.
I
I'll
love
poke.
that. I love, love, love that. So I'm wondering, I didn't know that this is where we were going to go, but I'm wondering, based on all of your experience and your heart being cracked wide open and being able to embrace all of your expressions and also really breaking that generational belief system of not being lovable and unworthy and actually realizing that you that's not true, and that you were shown through that massive experience of being ill how loved you are and that you are love. I'm wondering, and you can say no if you don't want to do this, if it doesn't feel right, but if there's some sounding to do here.
Oh, we could play in that direction. So why not?
Yeah.
We could play and sound and sing. Yeah, why
Wherever
not?
you want to, wherever you want to go, because I feel like we've told the story,
Yeah,
right? And now that story will have had an impact on the listeners and the watchers, the
yeah.
viewers, I should say, the watchers. I'm not used to it being a video podcast yet, the viewers. And maybe, yeah, maybe we can have some fun and see what sound or singing or whatever it is that you want to do might have on the audience.
Sure, sure. We can certainly play with that. I've also downloaded received a modality that I use that's been super helpful for my clients and of course for myself, being
Yes.
my number one client.
Yes. I love that. Awesome.
I played with it before. So voice tapping, I've created, and I'm not going to run away from the sounding. I will sing for you. I will sound for you. But yeah, voice tapping is you're probably familiar with I'm sure your audience will know about tapping on the
Yeah.
different points on the body, meridian
Mm, mm,
personal freedom technique. I've always quite resonated with that modality, but it's a little bit inspired by that and inspired by
mm,
by voice, and it's kind of a combination of tapping and
mm.
voicing, and it's very unique, and it's been helping me a lot,
I
and
love
it's
that.
been helping clients of mine, like she met her soulmate one, and she bought her house in Bondi, they're
Amazing.
not cheap. They're not cheap
I
houses.
know, not in Bondi.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I mean, it's just been really, really powerful, that modality. It's just really helped release
Yep.
what can be stuck there, the energy that can be stuck in the body or in the subconscious mind, and reframing with something that's a lot more light and a lot more in alignment with the truth, the divine
Yeah.
truth. I
Yeah.
truly believe that there's a divine truth. I know I experienced the divine truth. This is like the conversation here is pure divine truth. There's no BS here. It's like it's a sacred container. I've been in your container. It's incredible, the sacred, I keep forgetting
Sacred
the
Power meditation, 9-week meditation group from
container.
last year.
Yeah, last year. Oh my gosh, like so revealing for me and liberating and just powerful and loving. And so yeah, voice tapping is just super powerful to bring back the divine truth of who you are and what you're here to do and what's in your heart. And that's a tool that I use, that a modality, a tool that is really powerful, that I really love, and that serves my people, serves my community and
Would
serves
you
all.
prefer to go there? Where do you feel to go? I'm totally in your hands.
Where do we feel to go?
What what magic do you want to do with us?
Yeah, maybe a bit of singing. A bit of singing would be nice. Mm.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Do you sing, Giselle? Do you like singing?
No, I've got a terrible voice, but I love music.
Love music.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Okay, let's see what comes through.
Wonderful.
Mhm. 마예니호 내야 되긴자 오멘다얀네다 운나긴다 헬라제요 우마이알레한다겠네 아숀데야마닌데골레 안다헤야 메야모 우네바 시바 야
It was beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. I
Oh,
felt it all here. I felt it from my neck, my throat, down to my heart, like as if there were waves, like the ocean was.
oh,
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Thank
that's
you. Thank you for your generosity.
See the love in your eyes. You're welcome. I love it. It just
Ah,
comes through, and it's so soothing. It's so soothing
mm,
voice.
mm,
And I love when people discover their voice, they activate their own voice, in their communication and in their sound. Sounding is healing, it's freeing, it's just yummy. I just love it so much. So thank you for receiving
yeah.
beautiful, I've received it. I'm a channel. I channel these things. It's not even me. It comes through my vessel, because there's more space now to receive
Yes.
beautiful offerings. So yeah,
Yes.
to share them and yeah, give them away. Mm.
So how can people find out about you, Anick? If they want more of that, if they want your mentoring, they want the sound, the voice tapping, they want you to sing, like how do they find out about you?
Yeah, for sound healing, voice activation, mentoring, amazing mentoring, creating together magic. Well, I do is I give you a link. I'm having a new website done. I mean, which is really exciting because I haven't put much energy there, to be honest. But I've got a YouTube channel. I've got a TikTok channel where I play a lot, and I've got Facebook groups in French and English. But I guess you find all of that if you go on my Linktree because they're all there. So that's the easiest way. That's the
Okay.
simplest way. And you can
Okay.
book the call if you like as well. So send me a messenger and connect, or book a call. And I think Linktree is the best way to be able to connect with me.
Awesome. Well, I will put those in that Linktree link in the show notes.
Yeah.
And if you feel called, because you'll know if you feel called, yeah, please go and give yourself some time and magic with Anick. So
Yeah.
thank you for being with us today. It was
Thank
definitely
you.
the right time. So the right time. I knew it.
Yeah, thank you for having me and for, all you do and all you are. And yeah, such a joy to connect with you. You're such a loving being and incredible, powerful woman. And yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Mm.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Hey guys, if you love this podcast, I have 2 requests. Number 1, sign up to the newsletter, which you can find in the show notes. Sharing is one of my superpowers, and there is only so much that I can share through the medium of podcasting. And I have very big plans this year to be radically generous to you. So sign up to that newsletter where you'll be able to receive a whole lot more that I trust will be super valuable to you. And number 2, I'm a massive referrer of the people I love to the people I love. Please share this episode or podcast with the people you love, and let's create some more breathtaking ripples of impact.